the sucks. Ooh.
It's like a curse. I think that's a curse.
I think that's like, people wish things on their enemies. Like, I'm not a vengeful, spiteful person, but that would be something.
Oh, I thought you were
really
saying.
hated you.
I thought you were saying someone wished this on me. Did you wish this on me? Have I crossed
No,
you somehow?
no, never.
Emily, why would you do that?
What did you do? Why would you do that?
Across the
Just
family.
over here skewing in the corner. No, I mean like
someone in your bloodline, angered some god. I don't know.
Probably.
Great.
I'll believe
Thanksgiving
it.
grandfather.
Yeah.
Guys, I had a thought the other day,
okay.
and it's relevant to this, that if because I'm prone to brain dreaming, what is that, daydreaming, and I thought to myself, if I got some sort of superpower, like say I got like the classic like super strength, like Superman, but without all the kit, I would just tell people witches did it. Like, I'd be like, I ran into 3 women when I was hiking in the woods. They were old and kind of spooky, and they told me that I would be super strong and that I couldn't be harmed by another man.
I mean,
my whole life.
I feel like you'd be simultaneously the best and worst thing to ever happen to witches after that. You'd really you'd put them in a new category, but then also just like every witch out there would be hounded constantly.
Because here's the I don't know, I assume I got it from like aliens or something, or maybe I am an alien. But I would just tell people I got my inexplicable superpowers from witches. And what could people say? No, you didn't. I can lift a truck. Like,
I would say it's from superfoods.
Oh yeah.
You gotta eat your vegetables, kids.
A lot of kale and blueberries.
It's kale.
Yeah. Acai.
Kale.
A lot. I
Acai.
ate so much acai.
Some pomegranate.
I eat all
Let's get
organic.
pomegranate on the map.
You got to get your fiber ratio exactly right.
Let's get chard. Let's get chard on the map above kale. Because chard is just better kale.
No, let's
Chard
not.
is
you
just
could
better.
be like, look, I was out planting trees all summer, and something about those trees
I went on a
gave me
movie
this
thing
super
recently.
strength.
That's actually
I
great.
cut my carbon emissions and I got a superpower. Hey.
That's it. That actually is the answer.
Hey, I stopped being a bigot and
Immediately, I got these
ac-
superpowers.
Yana, could you just move your mic a little closer to your mouth so everyone can hear that a little
little
better?
louder.
Because I think just for the people in the back.
It's for the people in the very back.
yeah, gotcha.
Abstinence.
No.
I mean, terrible.
I didn't nut, so now I'm a superhero.
I
Oh, no.
succeeded at No Nut November.
We worked backwards from what I said.
Go back.
I finished a whole month of no nutting, and now I'm
No.
everything.
Yes.
Left.
We were doing so good. Here's a question though.
No.
Not your character, but you as a person. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, I have a follow-up question.
More wishes.
With all other superpowers.
No,
come on,
you
get
get like
one.
one. You get one.
one.
Just roll with the game. You get one.
Yeah.
I answered this the other day. Cure disease.
Oh, yeah.
A true
but then you're
paladin.
locked in. That's your
I'd
whole
want-
life.
Yeah.
You would be like just in a
Yeah, but like
monument,
world needs
just
it.
touching people
I'd want-
every day, all day.
I'd want the superhero that Carl Pilkington pitched to Ricky Gervais, which is the bullshit man, where he basically can sense when people are bullshitting. He can also fly, but that's not part of it. He just flies through the window and he goes bullshit, and then he just like calls people out on their bullshit. I think that's the best superhero, like because the flying thing is just tertiary to get him around like place to place, but it's the bullshit calling that's his real power.
Tim, I think you got to tell him the one that we've talked about multiple times.
In the car, it's the ability to remove someone's license, and they get taken out of their
Oh my
car
god.
and dropped at the nearest bus stop with a ticket. And their car is impounded and destroyed, recycled preferably. And they don't get to drive anymore.
I forgot about this. This used to be one of my questions that I asked people in dating apps. It used to be, if you had one superpower, it can't be really cool. It has to be kind of useless.
Yes.
What would it be?
That was my follow-up.
And my two were always know when an avocado was ripe, which I can now do. But then also the other one I think I used to pick was always know where like an actor and actress, I've seen them before without having to look it up. Just like always know. Just be like from here. My one now I think is solely and only be able to talk to him, this pet. This is my one superpower. I can only talk to
familiar.
Mish.
There is a man that I work with, and I don't want to get too far into detail about where I work because of reasons, but he has the ability, and this is it's just a superpower because it has to be. He remembers in a place where there is like maybe 700 people going in and out of the door. He remembers everyone's name. Like
I want that
without fail.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
the
same.
most
I want that very
incredible accuracy with name remembrance.
Love that.
And it's just like I just like watch him as he like says hi to people, and I'm like, I don't even know people's name that I've known for
He's got
years.
photos in his house. He's got way too many
Yeah,
photos.
he's like, like
He's got like one of those maps with the string.
And Jen and
they
I
know them.
used to volunteer together when we were younger. We used to make it a game of like who could remember more names. I think we went back and forth on who used to win. But I'm crap at remembering names
so bad at
now
remembering
of like
names.
I think it's because we volunteered for so long.
Yeah.
So many different like youth and kids. Like my
got-
name.
I've just
capabilities
used it
are
up.
gone,
It got
unless
to
I
the
know you
point.
for a long time.
It got to the point where when I was working with like youth and like training them, I would connect their names to some things that were, I would just be like, oh, this pop culture thing. And that reminds me of your name, but also your personality a little bit. And then sometimes I felt really bad about it. And I was like, no one knows. That's only in my brain. Only I know that I've labeled you, like connected you to that. Like Carrie
if-
was one of my youths.
Mm.
That
I
was my
think
connection.
if I could have like a slightly useful, but not like altogether useful superpower, would be knowing when food expires. Like I could be able to look at a
They print it on the
they print it on the food. It's
there's like a little.
They've already done that for you. That superpower is they do it for
that's
you.
Entirely accurate.
I had a no
inaccurate.
It's inaccurate because I had a very disappointing moment recently. I was on Discord with Adam and Cody, and I was like, I'm gonna go get a snack, and I poured my cereal, and then I went to pour the milk, and I checked the milk 2 days ago, and I knew that it wasn't going bad yet. I knew the day was just ahead of us, and I had milk the night before, and then I poured it chunky. It was awful. It was a horrible experience.
Okay, but I want to know how this superpower plays out. Like, I just imagine Em waking up in like a sweat in the middle of the night, being like, "The eggs, they're gone." It's like that so Raven moment. She like
100%.
perspective of the eggs.
The best part about that would be Em wouldn't be able to walk into my house because it would just.
But I was thinking
like
when
sonar? Is
Tim,
it like sonar? I think so. Yeah.
When Tim said more wishes. So the classic thing is like a
wishes.
genie offers you 3 wishes, but what if he stipulates you can't ask for more wishes? I've found a way around that. Your first wish, more genies. Give me 1,000 genies. That's 3,000 wishes, bitch. Like, that's the new way around it.
Oh my gosh.
You really outsmarted that genie.
Yeah, fuck that genie. I got him.
This isn't a useless power or all that funny, but I just really wish I had it. Just, a sense in the back of your head that was just like 100% accurate, which is just always the perfect time to leave a party.
I have that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Early
have that.
and without saying goodbye. Easy.
Yeah, the Irish goodbye is the
That's the
best.
answer.
Never ever
The
say
let
goodbye.
Kenny leave, dude.
Never ever ever say goodbye at a party ever. Just go.
I always say goodbye at
everyone.
parties, and
I'm
say
out.
goodbye to everyone.
Tim's like already outside, and I'm like halfway through saying goodbye to
the
people.
I never say
My-
goodbye at parties.
You guys, I've
He's gone.
I've actually figured out what superpower I want. Maybe super attainable. I don't know. A driver's license.
Pretty useful though.
Super useful.
Pretty useful.
You guys want to play some D&D?
Yes.
Yeah,
Should we do
No,
intro
not
first
really.
or announcements first?
Let's do announcements.
Announcements.
Let's do announcements.
Announcements
So
so
that straight into D&D.
Then we're fucking hyped
Boom boom.
to
Boom, boom,
not
boom.
roll
So,
dice
oh,
and
bollocks.
connect
Boom,
to our
boom.
emotional
Let me hear you
centers.
say way ho.
Well, we all did it.
I didn't. I said, what? I didn't get it out in
She's
time.
on the ground.
We lost her. That's it.
We get
We
to
killed
admire her
one.
beautiful
it ain't,
painting.
it ain't hard to defeat her.
Not mine.
Um,
Painting.
do we want to do some announcements?
Yeah. So first and foremost, thank you so much to everyone who entered the Lore Keepers Kit giveaway. We have a winner, and we will be announcing them right before the break. So it's very exciting. Yes, I know. Tension, tension. So that will be the amazing Wyvern campaign journal, a postcard, the spell cards. Oh, that's so bright. And the big bad NPC cards. So this fantastic kit could be coming your way. So stick around to the break. Thank you so much, everyone who entered.
Speaking of that fantastic kit is from Silverwing Armory, who alongside legendcraft.ca are sponsoring tonight's episode. So we want to give them a huge shout out, thank you, because we really appreciate them. And we appreciate you guys. If you guys head over to them, you can get 5% off at Legendcraft with the Blackwater code and 10% off Silverwing Armory with the Blackwater code. That's savings, yo. Got to get on that. Also, Twitch Prime. I've seen actually a few people, so thank you for updating those. But Twitch Prime doesn't auto-update your subscriptions. If you're still enjoying the show and you want to remain subscribed and you have used your Twitch Prime to do so, this is a great pantomime from Sean. Go ahead and resubscribe because that's really helpful for us and it keeps the show going. So yeah, we love you all and we're super glad to have you all here. And Emma, I think you have one last thing to add.
Oh my gosh. So we've been in talks with someone super fantastic and her name is Keisha and she runs Fairy Dragon Dice over on Instagram. So it's Fairy, F-A-E-R-I-E, Dragon, D-R-A-G-O-N _Dice, D-I-C-E. This is her fantastic little bag, Fairy Dragon Dice. And in this bag, I have the first ever set of Blackwater dice. So these fantastic dice are resin. I will have posted some photos on the Instagram. They're blue and black and with gold lettering, and they're fucking beautiful. They've never been rolled before, and Tim will be playing with them this evening, which is very, very exciting. So thank you to Keisha for sending those to us. And we're actually so excited to announce a patronage of sorts from Keisha. So she is going to be making dice for each of us and for some potential giveaways and stuff in the future. So we're so thankful to her. She's also local. She's from Duncan on the island, and her dice are so, so beautiful. Please go follow her page on Instagram. We'll link it during the show at some point tonight. Go check her out, give her a follow, tell her Blackwater sent you and go say hi. And she does dice releases like once a month at her website and is getting all of that going. And just, her dice are so pretty.
Also, Keisha, if you're going to make me some dice, just shave off one of the sides of the D20 so it, just leans to one side, if you know what I mean. Always roll the 20, you know? Always rolls a 19. We don't want things to be suspicious.
It's too obvious that way.
It's too obvious.
Just give me those 19.
Another
Just
20.
cheat, Adam.
No, I
You
would
don't
know.
need cheat dice.
No, because if she does it and I like
Nah.
plausible deniability, but if I just cheat
Right.
straight out, then I'm like, nah,
Right.
it's cheating. Who cheats at D&D? But if I don't know about it and it just always rolls a 19, hey, who's complaining about that, eh?
So we're super, super excited. A couple of us have seen the proofs of our dice, and oh boy, I'm so excited. And so we can't wait to show those to you. Please go follow her, support her, and it's just such another wonderful partnership. So thank you for helping us do what we do, and with the shiny clacks, we love those. Yeah, that's all I got.
Guys, it looks like my eyebrows had a baby and it fell down my face.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Is that our last
Sweet.
announcement?
That's our last announcement.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
all
Yeah,
us
that's
now.
about
Let's
it.
roll that
Roll
intro. Let's roll that intro. Let's get into it.
Oh yeah, you got to turn off the thing.
Ba-da-da-doom, yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you're stuck in quarantine and there's nothing on TV, come on down, come and see Blackwater D&D.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Guys, seeing
Get
that
hyped.
video, the journey that my hair and beard and just like all around like hair
us.
areas just have made, it's a real journey. It's a real time.
I can't wait
That
till I can
is.
cut my hair and see the difference.
Ah,
My
what a
hair is
delight.
getting so long.
What
And
a
it's
treat.
just ugh.
it's wild.
What a treat.
Oh, you can
Same,
almost do
dude.
the mermaid
Same.
thing.
Same, dog.
I can almost do the mermaid thing.
All right, so
I want to
For
be
the-
able to do the mermaid thing one day.
yeah, right. So, for those of you just joining us tonight, last week saw Blackwater pitted against the trio of Malik, a notorious desert giant, Zamarad the Jade King, and Baba, the former owner of Letters, alongside a young cave dragon and a Sapphic worm. The trio had come into possession of Clak and used him to lure Letters and the rest of Blackwater back to the Scar. Baba sought vengeance for Letters fleeing her ownership, and the others wanted to kill those responsible for upsetting the power structure of the Scar when they released Grumbar from his divine punishment. After a long fight, the villains were dispatched and Clak was rescued. After some investigation, they discovered another chamber holding the remaining wealth of the trio, and despite the roof caving in, nearly crushing some of the party members, and Kokanee recklessly bounding in for one more chest, they managed to escape just barely with a bountiful haul, making their way
Not reckless if it works.
making their
Stupid.
way
It's not a dumb
back
idea if it works.
to the entrance, near to the entrance of the tunnel. So you come into the chamber where you formerly fought the adult cave dragon, and you come to the place where the ladder has been broken, and you can see it's probably about 50 feet up.
Oh my god.
5-0.
50, yeah.
All right. Let's see what I can do
The
about
tunnel
this.
back up through the mine.
Isn't there still the rope? We used a rope to lower it
Yeah,
down.
the rope is there. Yep.
I haven't used my wings yet. I could fly.
Yeah, I've got
There's
some
a rope
fly
there.
here.
You're
Is
gonna-
there room for Callie to spread her wings and fly up this tiny little tunnel?
Not really.
I don't think
Up
we've
to
ever
the hole,
I don't,
like you could get up to the top of the shaft, like the top of the cavern.
and just throw them. I don't think we've ever talked about Callie's wing
Sure.
size though. They're definitely Cupid wings.
Little. They're really
Here,
So tiny.
I can save you the trouble. I'm gonna cast fly at 4th level, so it's on myself and Callie, so we can just spot anybody.
Okay.
So like you climb the rope because there's probably not enough to be like us there, but
Yeah.
like there's like
Okay,
an
wait.
extra hand for everybody.
With the two of you being able to fly, everyone is able to climb up. Some a little slower than others, but for the most part, you get everybody up, no problem. And back through the mine as you make your way up to the ruins of the compound up above and come back into the Scar. What would you like to do?
Letters, you suggested we head back to jungles to see Shale and Oleg and Victor.
Oh yeah, we should check in with everybody, and I'd love to talk to Greymane before
Yes.
we're gone. I suppose we should just head back somewhere. We should all probably rest up. But as far as I can tell, this is sort of the last thing on Blackwater's like immediate to-do list was get Clak. So probably want to figure out what our next step is as a whole at large. But we can. I feel like Jongles is the place to be.
I vote for Money Pit.
Oh yeah, Money Pit is right. But Jongles, everybody, I think we could all use the
Jongles,
spider
yeah.
milk. I know I could. Shall we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Callie's still poisoned. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, you are still poisoned.
double poisoned.
Double
baby.
poisoned.
Double poisoned. You have 2 poisons.
Double poison. I realized
Yeah.
the other day that there is an Australian drink called a spider, and it is just the equivalent of a float here, where it's just soft drink and an ice cream.
Why
But-
would you call it a spider?
I don't know.
It's
Such
Australia.
a nefarious name for such a nice drink.
Spider.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy town. Like, I love Australia and all the people in Australia. You're all great.
All the people in Australia.
Sure.
There are a lot
Except
of bad
the
people in
guy.
Australia.
Oh my gosh.
The only person I love in Australia is that one dude who yelled at the Prime Minister to get off his lawn.
Hey,
He
That
didn't
was
yell.
class.
He raised his
He
voice
asked,
just
he
to be
asked
heard.
quite
and he asked
firmly, yeah.
firmly but politely. Anyways,
Fair.
You're
we're
walking back to Jungles.
Back
I
to
love
Jungles
this
Conch.
place.
So as you head through the city, you once again kind of see a lot of the compounds around this part of the city are pretty much ruins at this point, and most of the structures have been torn down. But you can see some people kind of sifting through, seeming to kind of scavenge what they can. You see a number of Petch and a handful of stone giants kind of helping them move out larger slabs of different rocks as you make your way back to Jungle's Conch. And as you get close, you can see outside there is you can see Arleg is standing with two other minotaurs, but one looks like a child minotaur.
Oh.
A
And
minotaur?
Arleg is, like there's like Arleg is standing next to kind of like a gray minotaur, and you can see he's got some kind of instrument kind of slung over his shoulder, and then there is like a child minotaur just kind of standing,
Stop it.
just like sort of arms crossed next to him.
Arleg!
Oh, hey!
We did it. We got him. We got them all. Yeah. Baba, Malik, Zamarod.
Oh,
They're
that's great.
They're Dow dust. Well, Malik is stone. He's pebbles.
So we're free?
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Oh, well, where do we go now?
Well, I want to talk to you about that. I've got a very important proposal that I want to make to you, Shale, Victor, and a couple other people.
Oh,
And you can see the kind of gray minotaur is like, it's fine. He knows. He obviously can tell. You see Victor is kind of like,
oh, why are you guys hiding?
we took your advice and decided it might be better to sort of just blend in until we
That's
knew
good thinking.
what the lay of the land was.
Oh, well, that's great. That's great. You guys are so smart. I
Of
love
course.
that. We're kind of busted up, so I think we
yeah.
don't have the capacity to go home today, or do
Okay.
We do
Oh,
with the talisman. Yes.
all right.
I know one thought we had was to see if we could perhaps, if you wish, or if everyone wishes to speak to Grumbar, or to check in with him at least. That was a thought. But we do the talisman. I brought us here with plane shift earlier, so the talisman is still active.
Okay. Well, we'll tell you what. Let's step inside. I think where there's
Wait,
some-
we'll wait out back, okay?
You don't want to come in for a drink?
I mean, okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Come on. What are you doing?
That's
You're a free
fair.
man. You're all totally free.
I'm sorry. This is all very new to me. so-
I know. Well, I know it's
Oh.
wild. You'll get used to it, or maybe
Yeah.
you won't. Like,
And he goes, "Come on, little guy," and he kind of scoops up Victor in his kind of mini minotaur form. I puts him on his shoulder. And you can see as you come inside, familiar patrons kind of scattered throughout the bar. It's a little bit earlier in the day because you, since when you left, I think did you guys rest down there? No, you didn't.
No.
Did you?
It's like
little short rest.
it's like middle of the night material
So,
plane time.
So there's not
Time
there's
to call my wife.
a handful of patrons there, but it is definitely quieter. But you can see Blue Ribbon is still there.
Oh, great.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
You're back. Oh my God, look at you. And she kind of comes around the bar. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
She's got like a little rag. She's kind of gabbing.
Love it.
What
Blue
happened?
Ribbon. Oh, well, big fight. Malik,
Mm.
Zamrod, Baba, the
Oh.
whole gang were there.
You took
We
them
got-
on all by yourself?
Well, no, it was a team effort, but I
Right,
mean,
sure.
there's
This
some heavy
bitch.
lifting.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, Yana, did you want to say
Oh
something?
no, I'm just counting. We're up to 1 on Tim.
Oh my God, I'm so
Go
sorry. I
ahead.
didn't see you there.
Oh,
You're so
Yana?
tiny.
Yana
Sorry, I thought
curled
Yana was
up on a
taking the reins
chair
on
and
this
is
one.
falling asleep. You're
Yana,
on your own.
Blue Ribbon.
Mhm.
Blue, do you think? I feel like we could use rest. You guys feel comfortable chilling here for the night? Is that an idea that we like?
Yeah.
Because you're poisoned.
Oh my
Like,
god.
oh yeah, there was wow. There was a cave dragon and a big cave dragon.
I mean, they're just lucky they had you. That's all I can say.
I mean, we're lucky to have each other. But could we get a couple rooms?
Of course, I'll have a room.
at the
I'll
conch?
have a couple of rooms done up for you. It's been a while since we've had people sort of staying, so it'll just give me about an hour, and I'll get everything set up for you.
I think that's perfect.
Okay. Can I get you anything at all?
Not just well,
She kind of leans in as she says that. Anything?
A minor illusion, like wind blowing through his hair, so it's like his hair tussles.
Gross.
Not just now. Well,
Okay.
no, just now.
All right.
I'm okay for now.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wow, guys.
Just kind of. Well, I'll get some drinks. Why don't I get some?
Yeah.
drinks?
Drinks is perfect. Drinks is perfect.
Spider milk. You want some spider milk?
Yes, spider milk's all around.
You got it.
Any type of milk you got. Guys, perspective's a hell of a thing. You don't really realize how much you changed until you go home. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Wow. Anyways, yeah. To-do list. We want to talk to Grimbar. I want to talk to Greymane.
Yes.
And I want to talk to my boys and a couple other people, but that comes last. See how it goes with Greymane.
We have space to take Arlig and Victor and Shale home on the first trip. We should the plane shift is the wearer +8 or the caster +8. So we can take them first. If there is others that you wish to bring that will require more trips.
Well, let's talk, because Greymane said she could get folks back to the prime material, and so I'm curious what kind of tricks they got up their sleeves for that, because I wasn't aware that was a really viable here, unless you were yours truly or Kokan's dad.
Yes.
So, do you guys want to sleep off the poison or talk to Grimbar now? What do you?
I will not be able to reach out to him through my normal magical means until I sleep, unless we're just going to see if he's willing to listen. But if we're using magic for it, I will need a rest for that. So rest for me. I vote for rest.
Rest. Little sleep in the scar. Little scar nap.
I could have a spider nap and a spider milk and a sleep.
Spider milk and a sleep. Nothing goes down better.
Blue Ribbon comes by with a big tray of like large goblets of now a familiar drink, but it looks, as opposed to the spider milk that you had last time that had gone much past its prime. This has like a little bit of froth to it, and it's kind of like it's slightly clearer than the spider milk you had. It has like, it's sort of like a little bit more like a kind of almost like a pearl color to it.
So it's not green, is what you're saying?
No, it's kind of got like a pearly, and you can see there is like a bit of a like a shine that shimmers through it. And she kind of hands it out. You can see it's a little bit frothy on the top.
Oh, this is great. You go ahead, Callie.
Is Clak here?
Yeah, Clak is there.
Clak, should we have some clappies?
Oh yeah. Do you still have some tequila?
I don't. Could we grab some tequila?
I will check. It has been a long time since anyone asked for tequila, so I will check. I'll go take a look right now.
Oops.
Fucking bitch.
I'll ask when she gets back.
Excuse me, what? Is there anything else you wanted?
I was just wondering where in the spider does the milk come from? I've been wondering this a while.
So funny.
Like,
goes to the bar. So I'm gonna make my first roll with the Blackwater dice is gonna be an investigation check to see if she can find any tequila.
Oh,
the best use of Blackwater dice I've ever heard of.
I do think
it's an 8.
The best number for a Blackwater dice.
Perfect.
She comes back about 10 minutes later. she comes back with kind of a dusty bottle. It looks kind of like a wine bottle, but it's a bit thinner. And she goes, I got this. And she kind of puts it down. And she kind of opens it up, and you immediately are hit with kind of very potent alcohol smell. She goes, enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is this tequila?
She's already walked away.
I cast identify on
can
it.
Callie smell it to see if it
Hey, give it a smell. Yeah.
You're double.
I'm gonna
poisoned
waft
and
it.
You're gonna drink
Yeah. Make a
alcohol.
Just a
perception
waft.
check.
I'm wafting it.
It's like
Waft
having
check.
alcohol
Yeah,
poisoning and being like, a couple
I will
beers
say
will help me
you
out
can
of
have
this.
advantage because Callie
Loves
has
tequila?
But
loves
with-
a lot
So
of
that'll
drinks.
cancel out the disadvantage from her being poisoned.
Yes. Yeah. So it's just a straight roll.
Callie's proficient in tequila.
23.
It is not tequila.
Okay,
It does not smell like, it
can-
definitely smells like maybe moonshine.
Oh, gross. So can Callie rummage in her little pack because she's been home?
Mhm.
She must have grabbed more tequila. She's been home. It was
I'm-
in. It was.
I must have. Make an investigation check in your bag.
Finn is gonna lean over and be like, I mean, moon is kind of in my aesthetic, and he's just gonna pour some moonshine on himself and start drinking.
No.
I mean, the key to a good
can't go blind.
calliope, is good spider milk,
Yeah.
mediocre booze, because like that's
Yeah.
really what.
It-
Gets
And the thing
me.
is, I can't drink enough moonshine to make myself blind because that ship sailed, baby.
But you can just die.
Oh boy.
Well, you know, we got some healers. It'll be fine.
I'm
Right.
gonna pass
That's
my
it.
spider milk to Clack.
No.
Oh, that's sweet.
I don't want to.
I'm poisoned. I
And you can
don't.
see
I
he's
don't want
already
it.
got like a spider milk
Gross.
mustache.
I got a 15 on looking for
15.
tequila.
Yeah, you do find a very small bottle of tequila that
Okay.
you stashed away.
Clack. Clack.
Let's do
Okay, and then she's gonna cheers Clack.
Kind of cheers. You poured it out into little shots and you just drop shot it.
Thank you. Yes, that is what she would do.
I will have you make a con save.
Oh boy.
And Finn and I'll need you to make a con save as well.
My con save is at a disadvantage, right? Because I'm poisoned.
Poison.
Yeah.
Twice.
You're double poison.
I'm double poisoned.
20?
30-20, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you take it down. It burns going down, but it's not. It's
All
not
the good
terrible.
stuff does.
There is kind of like after it kind of settles through, you're kind of like, it's nice. It's actually you feel a nice warmth kind of radiate through you.
21.
Tasty. 21. Yeah, it goes down, and like he's right. This spider milk is way better. Like this is nice. Like it's still a little bit weird. Like it's got kind of this acrid aftertaste, but it's definitely a lot smoother than the last time you had a calliope.
Yeah.
This is the shit.
This is
Dude.
way better
Saying
than last
calliope
time.
makes you sound drunk. Being like, I'm gonna have a calliope.
Yeah, no, that's the
We
best
got
calliope.
we got to bring back a couple fucking kegs of this for the
Aren't
barn
we
grill.
But aren't we taking back spiders for that like express purpose?
Oh, I feel like that's a longer term. I don't know if we get the spiders this trip. Look, the Firebrand Spider Farm is that's more that's not just a grab and go. Like we got to get a
You gotta
spider
find- you gotta find the-
farmer.
I think you'd
We
have
got
And you got to
the
find the
spider
right farmer.
farm
I
for
think
We
you'd
spiders.
got
have
to find
to-
the right.
I think you'd have to clear that with the council first before you brought spiders into Wolverine. Just
You're allowed to bring cows into Wolverine without asking the
Yeah,
council.
it's you're bringing
Yeah.
in cattle.
Be on board
Just
for
livestock.
this
That's
spider
you don't
thing.
want it. You don't need to trouble them with small things like
Yeah,
that.
that's like if we trouble them for every little thing that we bring into the city, they'll be hearing from us nonstop.
I mean, to
I-
be fair,
giant spiders, I will say, aren't a little thing. I don't know. Just the Queen's wife speaking. Will not let you bring in spiders until you get the go
we
out.
do have to build the spider domes first,
Yeah.
to keep the spiders safe.
Mhm.
But that's doable. I mean, that's just that's
And the
a few hours
ranch.
work.
We got to build
At the talk,
ranch.
at the talk of
Yeah.
all the ranching, just Neppy just downs the spider milk.
Spider
Wait,
milk.
before
Yeah.
she drinks the spider milk, I'm like, you should try some of this in it because it's quite delightful. It's very smooth.
Do you have any booze with it, or just straight spider milk?
No.
I'm holding the moonshine. You like the darkness and stuff, but that's like moonlight. Get in there.
Yeah, right.
It's a perfect match. I'm gonna pour some in the spider milk.
Yeah, I'll have some with the moonshine in it.
Okay, make a con save.
what dice for this one? Okay. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. That's gonna be a 18.
18. Yeah, it's like the mixture of this drink and spider milk is definitely it's down relatively smoothly, and the spider milk seemed to takes a little bit of that edge off of the burning sensation, although you do have that kind of weird acrid aftertaste.
Okay.
The talk of
Great.
moonshine is making me feel like gagging a little bit. It's just like an inherent thing where I'm just like,
Ugh.
Yana,
Uh-huh.
you got like
Yana's
a
half
spell.
asleep.
You got that little spell that cleans you off, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pour some more moonshine into my spider milk and be like, could you just pop a little hint of nutmeg in this? Because I know that spell can also like change the flavor of things.
Yeah.
I think a little bit of nutmeg will really it'll really bring it together.
Why are you messing with a good thing, man?
Clack, clack. Don't knock it till you try it. It's gonna be like horchata with moonshine. It's gonna be great. But
Where
it's
is horchata
spidery.
made?
It's a scar rum and eggnog.
Finnan, you just blew my mind. Yana, when we get back, you have to teach Tad prestidigitation so that every meal he brings out, it tastes exactly how he decides. That is high class dining. As long as you don't leave it for longer than an hour, you're good to go. We could be serving mush and like whether it's like classic scar mush or just regular mush, like they wouldn't even know the difference. It'd be the best fucking mush ever tasted.
I will
Oh my
do that
God.
as long as you include me on this spider ranch thing, because I kind of feel like you're coming for my brand a little bit, but if I'm involved, then that's fine.
Well, look, we
need a spider rancher.
Do
I
you
know
feel like
a lot
you could
about
be
one
the
particular spider, and I also know a lot about animals. So
We'll tell you what, like we'll need the spider whisperer who's like the
I
head
can
guy,
whisper
but
to
we
spiders.
will need
That's like
someone.
my thing.
We will need someone to like oversee it because I feel like you're probably going to be going on adventure. Like being a spider whisperer
That's
is
a problem. I'm not very good
full-time-
at seeing things.
I think we need a face of the brand too.
Yeah. If you want to like go
Wiggles?
from town to town,
The Wild Cloak Spider
Wiggles.
Ranch.
Yeah. I was definitely thinking of Wiggles.
Yeah,
For
that'd be
sure, I
great.
could maybe do up a
He's really
statue.
excited.
I can maybe do a statue of him or
A
you.
Wiggles? Okay. I'm sure he'd like that. Would you like
maybe
that, buddy?
you like holding Wiggles, sort of in a prominent.
This conversation is all well and good, but Yana, nutmeg?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. slap back a nutmeg spider milk moonshine mixture.
Well, I would just like to say, I'll pick my glass up. This has been the first time in a very long time that somebody hasn't been trying to kill us, like explicitly. Someone sure is somewhere, but or the world hasn't been ending, or our dear friend has not been stolen. So I would like to say thank you to all of you. I love you very much. And cheers to a night that isn't right before something terrible is about to happen.
Cheers to that.
To not
Also, I'm
dying.
really
Sad,
sad.
though.
I'm really sad that Jen doesn't have one of these in her house, so she could be a little halfling with a giant cup.
So as you finish,
Please.
Sorry,
as you
I
finish
just picked up the other drink.
your
Allie's gonna
cheers,
finish her tequila.
as you
with that
finish your cheers, the door bursts open.
Oh no!
oh Christ,
Oh,
we
for
jinxed
fuck's
it.
sake.
As you see,
Yeah.
You said the thing.
as you see a fairly large minotaur walk through the door, you can see she kind of like stoops over. As you can see like a long kind of plaited braid down her back, and she kind of like, you can see one of her horns is almost kind of broken off and sort of chipped. And she kind of like looks around, and then she kind of turns, and you can see her face has got kind of like a long sort of scar just down the edge, and you can see she's kind of this dark brownish color, and you can see her nose is kind of quite pink. She turns around, she goes, "I heard you were back in town."
Mud Pie, how you doing? So good to see you.
And she kind of comes over and pulls up a chair at the table. "Where have you been?"
The prime material plane. It's wild.
La dee da.
Edgar's,
Love her.
who's your friend?
Oh, everyone, this is Mud Pie.
She kind of looks like, nice to meet you. And she kind of like reaches out a hand. Her hands are massive. And you can see they're like very kind of like rough and worn.
Finnan immediately does a predator handshake.
Tim.
Hi.
Tim. Sorry, very important question. How big are her hooves? I'm so curious as to whether Leather's hooves are just abnormally small or Minotaur have small feet.
She has thick hooves. She's got big hooves.
She's
Thick.
thick. She's thick in the who department.
She's
Nick.
thick in the
She's got
hoof.
some big hooves.
I love it.
So
Thank you. That was all the information I needed.
why didn't you tell me you were back?
Well, I had my hands full. I had to take out Zamrod, Malik, Baba. You know, they were hiding out, plotting against the Scar, and
Cave dragon as well.
business called.
You must have. I can see that you took a few bumps there.
Oh, you should see the other guys. You can't because they're dust. Little joke. Yeah. Hey.
So why don't we get the fuck out of here?
I would love that, but I've got to talk to Greymane actually.
What do you want? What do you want with Greymane? She's probably sleeping.
Oh yeah,
time?
I guess it is between third meal and first meal.
Yeah.
Which is how we measure time here. I guess we do have.
I know that.
Yes, you do, and so do I.
You've been
Good
gone for too
existence to
long.
you too. Let me tell you, once you get used to a day cycle, it's hard to go back to the munch cycle.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, oh God.
Is every female Minotaur in the Scar trying to fuck letters? Like,
Yes, the list.
You
that
know he
gave
built
me.
it this way.
You know, this is a Sean Deppner special. Like, you know, he's just sentinel listening. Like, here's all the names of everyone. Yeah. His backstory wasn't a backstory. It was just a fucking a list of the people he's had sex with.
It was two body counts. It was
Like as you're saying that,
those
she
he had
reaches
slayed.
across. She reaches across and just like downs the rest of your drink and just smashes the goblet on the table.
yes.
So,
Would you like to try a nutmeg spider milk with some moonshine? It's delightful.
look to you. I'm busy here, boy.
Oh no, I'm sure. I'm just saying, just try it. We spread the word. It's a very good drink. I'm gonna offer my drink.
She takes it, just slams it, smashes it on the table. Yeah, it's not bad.
Have a good night, and he walks away.
Mud Pie. Actually, I'm very glad that you came to find me.
I know
I'm
you would
afraid.
be.
Yeah. Well, Mud Pie. Ooh, old habits die hard. I am gonna have to decline on the night out. But I would love. Nights don't exist. Gonna have to turn down the wild time. But you. Well, let me ask you. How was it when everything went off? You know, when Groombar came back. How was that for you? You get into any trouble? Did the Dow put up a fight? Were you involved in that in any capacity?
I mean, between you and I, yeah, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at first we didn't know what was going on, so I had to show my loyalty a little bit. I'm not too proud of that. But once things started to kind of turn against them, Dow started to flee or die. Really opened up my eyes. And I hung up the whip.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I've been working to help those that I had to corral for a long time.
Mud Pie, have to turn you down right now. But if you come back here for second meal, I got something I think you'd really like.
Well, I just might have to come back.
Second
And,
meal this time.
She kind of like leans in close.
Mm-hmm.
Just between you and I didn't hang up the whip for good.
Yeah, I knew you didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
Go off, mama.
Finnan in the far corner, because he hears everything, just blushes so deeply. He's like, oh.
But maybe I will. Maybe I will see you around second meal.
Second meal, you're not going to want to miss it. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
All right.
Guys,
Better not
I feel...
disappoint. She kind of like gets up.
Do I ever disappoint?
You can see Blue Ribbon is at the bar just like.
We see the fumes. Like, is she fuming?
Finna does for sure. And yeah, Neppy, you probably would too. You can see she's like.
Well, I sure am tired. Oh, that spider milk does put me in a way. Just gonna rooms up this way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good. Good. Good.
So much.
It's been a really lovely adventure, everybody. I gotta shrug off this poison. Big day tomorrow. Good night, and I will see you at first meal, everybody.
Good night, Lettuce.
Good for you, Clak.
Yeah.
Glad to have you back.
Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna turn in too.
Cool. You
yeah.
I brought the hammocks.
Oh, yeah.
You want to string them up and be hammock adjacent?
Yeah, that would be really nice. It's been a while.
Been a while.
As Letters like starts leaving, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion to make the sound of a whip.
Letters like absolutely with no chill, just like, oh my thing. Looks behind him.
I love it.
And then just like, my lords and ladies, I will. And he just makes his way up the stairs.
I love uncomfortable letters. It's my new favorite thing.
Oh gosh. He's gonna turn in for that long rest.
Yes.
All right.
Someone's gonna have to carry Yana to bed. She's already asleep.
I'll scoop her up and take her to somewhere to rest, and then
Right,
I'll
so yeah, you
find my own location.
Blue Ribbon kind of shows you where the quarters have been done up for you guys. There's 2 rooms. They're fairly large, and there's kind of some simple cots set out for you. It's nothing fancy, but it'll do. As you all retire for the night and have a much needed long rest.
I obviously do a 1 hour of workout before I go to sleep.
Of course, obviously.
Important.
Monster.
Could Callie have just like slipped out? Well, I don't know, when some stuff was happening, she would have just called Kamea quickly and then gone to bed.
Sure.
It's the middle of the night. You do this every time.
It's so on
Every
brand.
time.
So
You
on
gotta
brand.
Every time.
You know
Your
what?
wife.
Hello?
My wife.
Oh, we're gonna do it. Okay.
Always.
Hi. I'm just.
Hi.
I know it's the middle of the night.
Yeah. Are you?
I'm just about to go to bed.
Oh.
We got Clak,
Oh,
so
that's wonderful news.
and he's safe.
Is everyone else safe as well?
Yes, yeah, everyone's safe, and I think we're gonna be on our way home soon. We're
All right.
finishing up a couple things here, but
Okay.
we'll be home.
Sounds good. I
Just
can't
want
wait to see you.
You too. Love you.
Love you.
Good night.
Good night. Ends the call as you head back in, and everyone turns in for the evening. You sleep. There's no difference in sort of lighting, but you do after your 8 hours, you feel kind of rested as you wake up and you come to. Callie, you are. I don't think you are poisoned anymore. I think it has worked its way through your system by now, the 2 types of poison that it was. So you do wake up feeling very refreshed. You had like a fever, a pretty bad fever in the night, but it broke as you kind of woke up in a cold sweat and then were able to get back to sleep. As you came to in the morning feeling much refreshed. A little stiff in your body, but other than that, you're good. As you all come to, what would you like to do? As you can kind of, you get a waft of scrambled eggs, or what, like there's a similar smell.
Eggs and mush.
It's not quite the same as the scrambled eggs that are at the Blackwater Bar and Grill, but a similar kind of scent.
Because it doesn't have
kind of
horsehair
wafts
in it?
through. Yeah, it's a bit.
It's
a
spider
bit-
hair, bro.
Yeah, it's a bit more pungent, I would say.
Ooh.
Feels a bit more authentic.
And those Zorn eggs are so much thicker.
Ooh,
Like, oh.
super thick.
It's like you ever just get like a patty, you know, like fruit leather, like how it's always like
Yes.
thin. Now, if you were to just make that thick,
I was
like-
gonna say like a Cadbury cream egg, like that's the consistency inside a Zorn egg.
Oh,
but yeah, but then you
What
cook
the
that up, like that's raw,
fuck?
but then you cook that so thick.
So thick.
It's like you need a good knife to get into that.
Yeah.
Like that's a great part of scrambled eggs is like one bite, you're chewing it for 10 minutes. Like you
I
really
may never
get
eat
to
eggs
savor it.
Zorn eggs are.
I might never eat again.
Just keep losing staff.
I feel like it
Yeah.
can't be worse than the air elemental plane food, though.
Just berries and seeds.
Just
Meringue.
bugs and
And
stuff.
bugs.
berries and seeds are good. You put them in trail mix. That's a good trail mix. Thick Zorn eggs that are like the consistency of Cadbury creme eggs, but like savory. Get fucked. I'd much rather eat just berries and seeds because humans eat those.
That's
Those
just
are
the world.
food. That's
Humans
just
eat
food.
Cadbury cream eggs.
Yeah.
It's
Or sorry, Cadbury creme eggs.
What about Cadbury creme
eggs.
eggs, though?
You psychopath.
We eat breakfast. We eat breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Barely.
Finnan does.
I would love. You guys want to do Groombar first? Because Greymane is top of the list for me.
I
You
feel
guys
like
want?
I feel like you can talk to a god anytime, but
Yeah, he's asleep. I mean, I guess it's morning, so he'd probably wake up. He probably likes to sleep in. You know, where does he got to be? He's
he's
a
home finally. So
Yeah.
he can
Letters,
do
I'm happy to
whatever.
go wherever you want to go.
Yes.
okay. Well, I'm going to Greymane.
Would you like us to come with you, or would you like
Yeah, you guys want to come with? It's gonna be a good time.
Yes.
Sure.
Hey, Blue,
Okay.
Yeah.
you're gonna be here that second meal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good, because I got something I think you're gonna be excited about. Hey, how's the bar been going? This is like your place now. You've been running it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's been fine. It's been pretty good.
It's a
Yeah.
big ask, right? Running a place like this, a lot to keep track of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
looks like
mean,
you're doing a good job of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Make just a straight charisma check.
You
Also-
charming
also-
motherfucker.
Also, any face that Lennon makes while this happens is just Callie's straight up reaction. While this is happening, just does not hide it.
What was it?
It's just gonna be a 7. But
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
yeah,
If you're
well,
looking for Greymane, she's over in the ruins of the pit. That's where the
Okay.
Minotaurs have taken up residence there.
you were just always good with numbers, and I'm glad you get a place that, you know, that's yours.
Shut up. Just shut up.
No.
Shut up. Get out of here.
I'm just saying, you do
Go
good
on.
work, and the right people notice. And
Shut
come
up.
through.
Is he
Anyway.
talking about his alter ego? Is that
No, I think
not
he's genuinely
like actual
complimenting her.
literal numbers? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah, it's
Well,
two
it could
different
still
things.
be a compliment.
Let's go to the pits.
You
Ah.
head over to the kind of.
While
yeah.
we were on the walk, letters. I realized I know that Jungles was quite beloved by a lot of folk here. I've met him.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know you have the ability to call as well, but I'm happy to try and see if he's alive.
Oh shit! Right.
Let him know that it may be safe to come back.
Let's talk to Greymane. See how it
Mm.
all blows over. But I like that you're thinking that.
Mm.
It's a good call.
He was kind to us.
Jongles was a G for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see. Greymane might know what came of him, because it makes sense him getting out of town. But everyone knew that Jongles was a good guy. I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure he's still okay.
Well, my sense is that if you're not in the business of persecuting others, and you are willingly to, I think of Kargan. He has found work here and is an avid follower of Grumbar, and he is a giant.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll one thing at a time. We talk to Greymane, see how that settles things, and then we'll see about Jongle. Actually. Wait, no, yeah. Sorry, got the old. Oh, look, here we are at the pit.
Yeah, so you come down, and you can see like a large part of the pit, because the pit kind of over, like the way it was built out, it kind of was overhanging the kind of large chasm in the center of the city, and about half of it has been broken off and destroyed. It's fallen down into the chasm, but you can see the sort of the walk of champions that leads up to it. Some of the statues have been pulled down, some of them are still up, but you can see as you get closer to the kind of edge of what's left of the Colosseum, you can see that there are kind of tents, like makeshift sort of tents set up in kind of a village, and you can see there's a number of Minotaur kind of like that are sort of patrolling through as they've set up this kind of makeshift camp here. And there's probably about 300 or so kind of milling about that you can see.
Oh.
It's fairly busy.
Regular stampede over here. All right. I'll see if I can find Greymane.
Okay. As you kind of head through, you get a few nods of recognition of people who know you and are familiar with your time in the pit. And you can see kind of at the center there is like a larger tent that you assume is probably, you see Bladehorn is kind of stationed out front as she kind of like waves over at you, as you get the sense that the tent probably belongs to Greymane.
Hey, how you doing, Hoof?
I'm good. How are you?
I am a little nervous, not gonna lie. But I'm here.
You made it back in one piece.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, that was wild. Yesterday, crazy. You wouldn't believe it. They were all there. The greatest hits.
I'd love to hear about it.
Oh, you're gonna. Because boy, was there violence. You should have seen this violence. It would have been a real spectacle. Hey, what's your job? You're like bodyguard? That's your thing?
I mean, I guess I'm sort of Greymane's personal guard.
Is that
kind of an
where
advisor
you want to be
as well?
Is that where you want to be?
I like her a lot, and I trust her, and I want to go where she goes. She's a good leader. She's pulled us all together for the most part. And, yeah, I look up to her.
Okay. That sounds like you're right where you should be. That's good. You mind if I step in?
Yeah, no, of course.
And my friends, because we're
kind
of codependent. We need to go everywhere together. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Not wrong.
Okay. Hey everybody, it's Letters and Blackwater. Hey.
You can see Greymane is there. And you can see there's a couple of other Minotaurs who are there. They also look a bit older. You can see some of them kind of streaked with silver in their fur, as they kind of like look over, and she kind of nods to them as they kind of bow their heads and they head out by you.
Yeah. Those guys owe me money or something?
Oh no. Our business was done and they were heading out.
Okay.
Take a seat.
Hey, yeah. So you said something. a little bit of time ago.
Yes.
Where you were thinking about going back to the prime material plane. Where did you say we were from?
We are from Keros. Those of
Karos.
us that remember. But
Yeah.
we are not sure if we have not decided where would be best to go.
Well, I've been thinking about that. But you have the means to get all these people over there?
Well, we have been in touch with someone who has the means.
Who's that?
There is a Dao. They have the ability to plane shift. And he is in hiding for the moment.
Who? Do I know him?
You probably do. You were in his bar just the other night.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh, that's great. I didn't know jungles could plane shift. Oh.
Dao can, yes, apparently. I had no idea either. But he has been in hiding as he fears for his life here.
Yeah,
So he has offered to help us relocate those of us who wish to go in exchange for welcome within our new settlement. He will likely reside with us.
Well, you should be very lucky to have him. He's a good Dao. But I've been thinking a lot about this. I mean, there was a lot of violence happening, but before and after the violence, I was thinking about this. It really put a lot of think in my skull. And because I was thinking, I've already forgotten the name of it.
Keros.
Yeah, I've never been there. Haven't really heard of it. But I like the Scar. The Scar is cool. I mean, I'll admit it doesn't have oats or, plants or flowers, and all those things are pretty good. Birds are deeply underrated. No one really told me about that, and that was a real shocker. But I like it. But my thought is, I was thinking, well, they could go back to Karos, but it sounds like there's a lot of people there already. And I was thinking, well, we could take them back to Wolfar. That's where we're all living. And I said, oh, there's a lot of people there already. And I don't want our folks to just show up and, I don't know, have to make do. That's one thing that the Scar can offer, is that we can rebuild it the way we want it. And then I got to thinking, I know a place that it's got a lot of sand, it's got giants, and it was a total trading hub. It was a rich and prosperous city until a very bad man got in control of it and went bad. But the upside of that is it is currently vacant. And let me tell you, because problem with the Scar, no flowers, birds, or water. Problem with Wolfar, no minotaurs or sand. This place got sand, water's nearby, there's a bird, I imagine, maybe more, there's plant life, and we bring the minotaurs, then we got everything we want. I think it's the best thing.
What is this place called?
Well, that's the thing. See, that real bad man who's in control of it, his name was Malsav Bakal. And that leaves a bad aftertaste just saying that out loud. And he ran that place like the Dao ran the Scar. It was a bad thing. So my thinking is, if we go there, we shouldn't call it that. We shouldn't call it that. If you do go, and I really think you should, I would just ask, and it's yours for the taking, it really is, that you change the name to someone, to named after someone who fought really hard to make it so that that bad guy wasn't around anymore. I would just ask that if you go there, it's not the city of Bakal, it's the city of Dresda. That's what I'd really like. But the rest of it, it's all yours. Everything there, that's all yours. And there's like, look, we fucked up the palace a lot, but like all the other buildings are. There might be some.
We do not need a palace.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you might have to clear out some dead demons and stuff. But other than that, it's good to go.
There are a couple of corpse piles.
I can help with that.
Yeah, just a bit of the cleanup, and it should be fine.
Very well. This sounds like perhaps the most ideal place to settle.
It's not just a place to settle, it's a place to thrive. And I think that is what our people need right now. That's what we've always needed. And now is a once in a lifetime opportunity to take it.
Yes. Well, I will let the others know.
That's a yes from you?
I believe so. I do not need any more convincing.
Great. I'll talk to Jongle. We can get this going.
Yeah, we will start the migration.
Love this. Hey, how much? Look, Hoofprint's great. You like Hoofprint. Like, she's the best. Do you want to keep her? Because I want to make a business proposal to her. She'll still be around, but like...
I do not own her.
No, I know, but like...
She
okay, I think I got my answer. Okay.
Offered her services if she wishes to. Of course.
Good. Love that.
Very well.
Okay,
right.
great.
I will gather everyone up.
Good. Yeah. And how are you? Sorry, I'm over talking it. We've already made the sale. Yep. No, you go. Sorry.
I'm a bit tired.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Good existence. We're gonna go see if we can wake up Grumbar. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is my pleasure. Okay, you keep it low and lazy, and he's just gonna walk out.
She kind of smiles. No. As you head out, you see Bladehorns is there, Hoofprint, aka Hoofprint. She's outside, and kind of like sees she's talking with a few other Minotaur, and then kind of looks over as you guys come out.
Hoof, how you doing?
I'm good. Yeah.
Good. You got any plans for second meal?
No.
Okay,
No.
I'm gonna need you down at Jongle's Conch.
Okay.
Sweet. Like it's exciting, but
sure.
Business casual.
Okay.
Business casual.
Sounds
business
good.
casual. Cool. Okay. Yeah, great. Guys, that went well. That went great.
So that was a wonderful suggestion, Lettuce.
Well, it's not just a hat rack.
I think Dresda remade in the image of the folks who will inhabit it will be a wonderfully prosperous city.
Well, if we got Jongles on the job, then I'm sure they'll get over safe, and then leave it in their hands. Greymane's got a good head on her shoulders. It's gonna be, yeah. We'll see how it goes. Good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm excited about it.
Before they go, it might be an idea if they have someone of the capabilities to scry. Well, nobody's seen it. I can scry on the city if you like, to make sure that it hasn't been. Nobody has taken it up in the time, so they are not.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely have a gander, but like that. What was that? 4 days ago that happened, if my count is right. Like
4 or 5, yes.
Yeah,
it's not been long.
I mean, also it's in the middle of the desert. The closest place to that is Temple Philenis. Aside from some maybe like very opportunistic pirates, I think it seems unlikely. But look, if you want to be,
If we need to clear it out, we have a giant robot dragon that we can control. So
Yeah, it's still parked there.
This is very true.
the Guardian of Dresda.
Yeah, we could just leave the things with them.
Just
I mean, if we need it, we can get it back or whatever. But
It's on loan.
yeah.
It needs repairs, if I remember right.
It does.
Well,
I also recently had an idea that I want to discuss with Yana and Letters, but at another time, at our convenience. But I had a
Well,
thought that
if
might
we're-
tie into all of this.
If we're walking over to the stone statue, we have a moment.
yeah.
Well,
As you're walking over, as you get kind of to the edge of the camp, you hear a voice. Letters?
No, god damn it.
Letters? Is that Letters?
Wait.
And you
I'm
see
gonna lean.
kind
I'm
of,
gonna lean really close to Leonard and be like, if you don't want to talk to this person, I can make you look different, and I can look like you, and we can just like do the old switcheroo.
No,
you can
It's just
bounce
it
if
just
you need to.
it seems improbable that they would all survive.
No, it's
Um,
truly incredible how many have found you in the space of a single day. I'm happy to cover for
very
you here, bud.
conspicuous.
Callie's
Letters.
gonna.
you can see it's kind of like a mottled, like white and brown furred. She's a little bit shorter, and like you can see she's wearing kind of like a smock as she kind of comes over. Letters.
Rosie.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Oh, can you believe it? Can you believe it? We're both here.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I thought you
I
died. I thought you
know.
like for sure died.
Oh, I wish. Oh my god. Yeah, wow. Oh, so you're living in a tent city. That's
Yeah,
cool.
crazy, right? Oh my
I
God,
know.
My job got
Unbelievable.
destroyed. She kind
Oh,
of points
by
over at the pit.
yeah.
But no, it's good.
That-
It's like way better. Like
Yeah.
honestly, it's nice. Like, ugh.
Yeah,
How are
right. Like
you?
slavery. Oh,
Where have you been?
Oh, it's a long story.
Oh, I
Basically, a
bet,
different
I
plane of
bet.
existence.
Okay.
Yeah, I
as
know.
if.
Well, I mean, you know, in the near future, watch out. Oh, sorry, that's a bit of a spoiler. That's for Greymane.
For
to
what?
tell you,
What's
not me.
happening? Should I?
Ooh, maybe.
Oh,
You want the inside
You're
scoop?
so crazy.
I mean, it's been,
Yeah, I do. What's
been
going on?
suggested. Well, it
Dish.
seems like the entire
She's like
municipal
saddled right up
population.
next to you, kind of.
And I
hooked
guess
her
like
arm.
whoever else wants to come might just be getting their own city
Oh my
in the prime
God.
material plane. I know.
Fuck, you are so generous.
Oh no.
Oh my
I'm-
god.
Oh my God.
No, I'm
Like, what are you doing right now?
we're gonna go talk to Groombar.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, a bit of a bummer.
God damn it, Tim!
Hey, sure, I guess. You talk to the rock dog or whatever he is. I don't know.
Rock.
I mean, he's great. Honestly, he's great. He
Yeah.
like did so much for us. He did so much for us. But whatever. That's fine. You have fun. That's fine.
I'm really glad you're doing well.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. Don't be a stranger.
Nabby, I don't like this one.
Don't know if it's our job to
Okay,
like you.
wait.
Oh.
Say goodbye before you go. For real.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Bye.
As soon as she's out of
She
earshot,
kind of bounds off.
as soon as she's out of earshot, Callie's gonna lean over Letters and be like, "You're not getting invited to meet you at second meal too." I'm really excited to see all
No.
these girls come and meet you when they think
No.
they're meeting just you. I'm really
No.
looking forward to that.
Rosie,
Wait,
Rosie's not
are we
for that
all going to
crowd.
be letters? Is that the bit? What's happening?
I can do that.
love that,
I
but
know
no.
can do that.
I know you can. Oh my god, I love that idea, Yana. Get
I cast seeming everyone.
I
like
don't
letters.
consent. Do not consent.
um
I do not want to be.
no,
letters.
actually that reminds me. I'm gonna cast sending real quick to Shale, because he's the trustworthy one of the three. He's the brains of the operation. Shale.
Yeah.
Could you get the boys together and meet me at Jongle's at second meal? I've got something fun to pitch you guys.
Yeah. Sounds good. See you soon.
Oh, Shale's so good. Grumbar, everybody.
Okay, so everyone who wants to look like letters, they look like letters now. All of
No,
you
I
who
don't
don't
want
want
it.
to look like,
Oh,
all of
not
you who
yet.
don't want it, all of you who don't want to look like letters, make a charisma saving throw because I've cast it on everyone.
Oh my god.
Can you
I'm good
can
at
you do it
those.
onto
Yes.
somebody who doesn't want it?
Yeah, if an unwilling target makes a charisma saving throw.
Incredible.
That's
Well, I look like
Wild.
letters. Fuck.
I look like letters.
14 plus 0.
That's a failure. You look like letters.
31.
you get your +4. You
Shit.
get your +4 from Callie. It's a saving throw.
I got a 31.
That succeeds. You don't look like letters.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'll-
18.
I'll flex my brain so I don't.
You
I
look
think I
like
get like a
letters. I
19.
don't cast it on you.
Yeah, but I look like my letters.
You're
26.
murdered.
26 for charisma. Holy shit!
So is
you
it
don't
just
look like
Wait,
letters.
I look like a
Yana?
tiny letters,
it
right?
just looks like a tiny letter?
Yeah,
So good.
Wait, and obviously
So good.
Clak would go along with it.
Clack rolled an 18.
Clak didn't want to look like letters.
No.
It's just Finnan and Yana looking like letters.
Wizards.
I should have cast Bane.
The real
first, but I
mini
didn't
me
realize-
situation.
I didn't realize everyone would fucking resist it like losers.
Oh my god, everyone's gonna think I had a kid.
What's up, pops?
I'm not
This
disappointed
is-
with this.
Adios.
Amazing. I'm going to adjust. I'm going to adjust the seeming to look like female letters.
No, Finnan, that is gonna be pouring gasoline on a fire where we're going.
I
It's
can disguise
already
myself. It's already done.
How long does it last?
8 hours.
You monster.
Oh my god.
All right, so you head over to.
I walk on the other side of the group. I can be next to Yana, but I'm not gonna be near
Papa,
Finnan.
puppy.
I give.
Callie's
Okay,
give-
I'll uppies Yana.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
You stay away from me. You stay away from me.
So Finnan looks like
Uh-oh.
letters as well.
trouble
Female.
in paradise.
Female. Okay. All right, so you head over to the large, kind of like stone wolf statue at the front of the city, and you can see there are a number of petch and stone giants and a couple of desert giants as well, kind of paying homage. You can see there's kind of different offerings and things like that, and a lot of them seem to be kind of laying their hands on the stone, kind of in almost like a meditative prayer kind of stance.
I've also no guarantee that I personally will be able to reach him. I can attempt to commune with him, but I don't follow him. I feel like the one who might have the best success is Kokanee or Clak, if they potentially help me. Just for the fact that Kokanee wore the shard of Grumbar for a time, and Clak, do you follow Grumbar?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that like? What do you do?
It's like a personal journey. So it's like every time that I work a stone, I feel a little bit closer to him. And yeah, all the petch, we all know it's sort of like a presence thing. And for a long time, he felt very distant, but there's still that kind of connection through the stone. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel the need to talk about it too much. It's just part of who I am, what I do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I say we lead with Clack then.
What do we want to say to him?
That was my next question.
Are we just checking in? Are we just like, you good, bud? Or
He's not like your gods. It's a bit different, I think. I mean, I don't know.
My god isn't a rock dog, yes.
He's not a rock dog either. That was pretty offensive, what that lady said.
That seemed. I don't think my thing is a god either. I think he's just a dude who died a long time ago and isn't fully dead now. It's very
I don't
confusing.
know, man. But he's sort of like, I I don't know how else to put this, but he's sort of the spirit of all the stone and earth, and yeah, he has presented in a wolf-like form to people before. That's sort of his most common form that he presents in, but it's bigger than that. He's sort of an essence.
Like the soul of this place.
Yeah, and beyond. I mean, do you not know this?
There is nothing written on the material plane of him. Very little.
What's the continent called?
Wolfar.
That we live on. Wolfar.
Wolfar.
I was like,
Finnan, you would kind of know that, like, the having grown up in Wolfrain, you would know sort of the general kind of myth, and even that is sort of like something that you're kind of like a nanny would have told you, kind of around bedtime stories, sort of like that.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
Yeah, pretty much, of like the sort of the tale of the sort of first people of Wolfar, and Wolfar being created by Grumbar, and like the first people to arrive were Goliaths, and he sort of gifted the land to them, and then humans came, and like that sort of original story of like that the earth was sort of hewn by him.
Also, like, I mean, Wolfar, as far as I know, is named for Grumbar. It's a kind of a dilution of the name. He made from all myths that I've heard. He made the land. He carved it out. So yeah, he's So he's the spirit of Earth, essentially.
The first ruler of Wolfar, her last name was Wolfren. She was the leader of Wolfren. Yes.
Friend of the wolf.
She, the daughter of rose up. The leader of a nomadic people. He died, and she rose in power with their support. Perhaps friend of the wolf. I don't know.
Yeah, and then he was sealed away here. He was sealed in this plane after the Dawn War.
It's times like this that I kind of wish Tarn was around, because from what you've told me, he probably would have some decent first-hand knowledge about all of this.
There were some things that she mentioned, some meetings that happened, and I suppose there is not anything particularly that I feel the desire to know from Grumbar. I simply hope that he is at peace, and that he can once again look upon his sister, Akadi, and they are at peace, reigning and, well, not reigning, but existing in the planes that they wish to preside in. I wish for their well-being.
Just look around.
And you can kind of like see all of the kind of petch and giants and things like that kind of around in this sort of like an area that you, like, when you first arrived in the city was somewhat bustling, but looked very different. A lot of kind of enslaved people being led around and things like that in a much more like oppressive way. And you can now see that there is almost no sign of that. That's all been torn down, and it like like the place itself has kind of a peaceful presence about it that there wasn't before. This, like, the Scar was a place of violence and is no longer.
Then perhaps we let sleeping wolves lie.
Sorry, we just have to acknowledge the dog,
The
right?
dog.
We just have to
that
acknowledge the dog.
very good timing. Grumbar's
Sorry.
like, he's doing that running dog thing where they sleep and then they
Sleep.
run.
And there's also just little tremors and
Massive earthquakes.
The
He's
the little puppy that was upstairs is not so little
Just a
anymore.
little anymore.
It is a big puppy now. Yes.
I mean-
cool. So
If you don't mind, I wouldn't mind going and paying my respects.
yeah, absolutely, do your
Of course.
thing.
Would I be able to like use my either the spell commune or the spell divination that if Clak wanted allowed him to reach out a little bit more, like to deepen his connection with Grumbar?
You can offer that.
Okay. I
You're
wouldn't know
not
if
sure if it would work.
Right. Clack, if you wish, the magic that I have that allows me to commune with my goddess, I could try to extend it to you, so that you may reach out to Grumbar if you wish.
He kind of takes your hand.
I don't need magic, but thank you. I appreciate the offer, but it's all good.
All right.
And you see him head over to the statue, and he kind of kneels down, and you can see he puts his hands not on the statue but just sort of in front of it, and you can you see his eyes kind of go into that same sort of almost trance-like state that you saw when he was looking for the room. As you can see, he kind of bows his head, and you can see the ground around his hands sort of ripple just a little bit, and you can see the dust kind of float up just a bit. He's there for about 10 minutes or so.
While
kind
he's
of-
doing that, Nebby would kneel down, not doing any prayer, but just in deference. Nebby would kneel.
And you see he kind of takes a breath, stands up, comes over.
Yeah, okay. I'm good to go.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for waiting for me.
Of course.
Wish we could have been here earlier.
No, it's okay. I'm glad we're here now. But also, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Word.
Yeah,
One
man.
bit of business,
Word.
and then we can zippity zoo on out of here.
Just in reference to what has happened in the past couple of days, I want everyone to know, if anyone fucks with any of you, I will track them down with the rest of us, and we will turn them to dust. Doesn't even matter if they're not Dao. I will turn them to dust. That is my promise to each and every one of you. Clack, you as well. Fuck anyone who tries to fuck with Blackwater. We will end them.
And God help them if
Thanks,
they ride
buddy.
horses, because we will do nasty things to their favorite pets.
Yeah, 100%.
We will punch that horse.
Okay,
will
thank
punch
you for
that
giving
horse.
context.
Thank you for the context.
Because
Oh
that's
yeah.
the first time
I
you've ever
love-
said anything about horses in a while.
And
Oh yeah. I
can't
guess
wait.
the audience doesn't
First
know
time
about
on
that
this
one.
stream.
It's just a
And
dark
time on
joke.
the stream.
you
leave
made.
it at that.
I can't wait until one of our main enemies is a centaur, because shit's going to get real wild.
Punch the dude's horse to death. Watch Chatwater. We go into it.
We'll get there.
Still sounds so horrible when you say it.
Yeah,
will say- I will
doesn't
say-
sound
Was
good.
a
I will say-
literal nightmare.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't a
will
regular
say
horse. It was a demon.
Finnan accidentally punched the horse to death, and then in feeling bad, Letters punched the person who rode the horse with Bigby's hand to death.
Look, when I give a promise that I'll punch you guy's horse to death, it's gonna happen by my hand or another. The point is that horse got punched to death, and that is the fucking Blackwater promise. Watch Chatwater. We'll get
That's
there.
Horses,
Not, watch out, Jimmy.
All right,
Not our
so
promise.
watch out!
what would
Horses,
you
watch
like to do
out.
now?
Well,
Is it
Uh,
around second meal?
I sure
do
hope
we have
so.
It's getting pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
By the time you get back over to
Head on
Jongle's
over to
Conch, it'll be about
Jongle's.
second meal. As you step into Jongle's Conch, you see Arlig
Yes.
is sitting over in the corner with Shale and Victor, still in their Minotaur forms, and they all have their drinks as they're kind of like sitting there. As they like see, as you walk in the door, their eyes go wide as they see in the center of the table, you see Blue Ribbon is sitting across from Bladehorn, and Mud Pie is also sitting there. They're all kind of like, as they all sort of look over at you, and that's where we're gonna take
Everyone
our break.
showed up early.
I love the thing is it's a cliff lich, but it was created by Sean Deckner. It's his
You
fault.
put the
Like,
tools in his hands for this.
you just gave this to him, Sean.
Callie has
You
been,
can't hand him cliffhangers. Like you can't. That's he'll just
Callie-
take them.
well enough.
Callie has been waiting for this whole time, seeing him be like,
Squirm.
yes, just like one at a time. Invite
Point of
these
order,
women.
because Finnan had this idea before we got back because it's way funnier. He's gonna take an aggregate, like a blending of the 3 Minotaurs and use Disguise Self to look like them, so that when they walk in, there's a mini letters, a beautiful Minotaur, and letters. That's what I needed to happen just before we walk in.
Sweet.
Wow. So as promised, it is now the time of our break. We have a very exciting announcement. The winner of our Lore Keepers Kit giveaway is we drew from the folks on Instagram, and their Instagram handle is _Drew_Sanders. So I think this is Drewby11 in our Twitch stream, and to my knowledge, she has been with us from the very beginning when we drew this at random. Definitely
exciting.
recognized her name come up. So congratulations, and please message us.
I don't know if she's in today. I'm not sure if I see her, which is
okay.
But congratulations, Drew. 'cause
Yes,
that's
congratulations,
very
Drew. We will that will be up on our Instagram. So if you're watching this and not knowing that you won the prize, we're going to tag you on Instagram. So congratulations. This is not the only giveaway that we will have forever. There will be many, many more coming down the pipe. So thank you all so much for participating, and we love you guys. And
I also just want to say we have 369 followers. Nice.
Nice.
Nobody else follow.
Yeah,
no,
stop
please
following
more.
us
No,
immediately.
No more.
We need
No.
100.
That's it.
No. We need to get to 420
more.
followers.
Yeah, if you're gonna
Sorry.
follow us,
Sorry.
follow in
Lennon's-
increments. No, if you're gonna follow us in increments of 100.
You need to
Yeah,
get.
sorry.
You have to get 100 friends
Get your
together and then
friends-
all follow at once.
Get your friends together. Get the exact number of people. Do not follow us until you're ready to get it up to 420.
It's either 420 or 469. It's one of the two.
Yeah, that's the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, hey guys, it's me, Adam, and I'm here to talk to you about the sponsor for tonight's episode, Legendcraft. Legendcraft is a Canadian woodworking company that makes D&D and tabletop gaming tables and accessories. They are a couple of passionate crafters that create items that will instantly become a highlight of any tabletop or RPG player's game night. An absolute favorite of mine is the Mountain King board gaming table. This table is bonkers cool, looking like it is straight out of a Dwarven King's Hall. It's really unlike anything I've ever seen. We feel really good about endorsing this Canadian business that brings so much passion into something we care so deeply about. So head over to their Instagram at legendcraft.ca to have a look at what they're making and let them know that Blackwater sent you. And if any of you fall in love with any of their amazing products, you can go to their website and use the promo code Blackwater for 5% off. It supports a Canadian business and also helps support our stream in this crazy D&D game we love. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Hey folks, Emma here. So, do you experience lore panic? You know, that deep, dark, sinking feeling that your DM or campaign notes are missing and disorganized? That you've forgotten an important plot point and it's going to send your life into a swirling void of angst and regret? Well, if you're like me, then you'll be happy to know that Blackwater is here to help. Yes, you, little lore keeper. We're really proud to announce our partnership with Silverwing Armory. Silverwing Armory is a Canadian company that specializes in gaming goodies, RPG resources, and nerdy necessities to help plan your campaign. My personal favorite are their campaign notebooks. Each of these beautifully designed books is handmade and crafted, showcasing original designs by the creator herself. There's enough that they'll match perfectly with wherever and whenever your game is set. They're also fully customizable, with different types of paper, dotted, lined, or graph, whatever works best for you. Finally, they're system agnostic, so no matter what game you run, from D&D to Call of Cthulhu, your lore is kept safe and organized however you like it. Head on over to their Instagram and website at Silverwing Armory and use our promo code Blackwater for 10% off at checkout. It supports this amazing Canadian business and helps support our stream and the story we keep telling week after week. So you get less of this and more of this. Silverwing Armory, for the lore keeper and all of us. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Okay, good.
What a delight.
A little quick on the draw that time.
Woohoo!
Oh, Mish.
Mish.
Sweet
He's so large.
And boy, is he in charge.
Fully.
God, I just remembered what we're doing. Okay.
Oh yeah, I've been muted the whole time.
Little you.
Such a power move, Mish.
I like the idea that, just before we jump into it, I like the idea that Finnan's like perception of what is attractive about Minotaurs is super far off because it's based on like his own person. So him picking all the good features from each of those people,
features.
like good
No,
features.
he didn't
like,
pick good features.
Okay.
He just like took
he
them,
just
mushed them together in his mind, and just kind of created like an aggregate, like the mix of those three people or
But you
four
did
people.
you did say a beautiful Minotaur though, and I'm not certain that that is what would happen.
He was the thing is the reason why I said
Minotaurs are
beautiful,
Yes,
is
you're
he's
right.
assuming they're
That's
beautiful
not
because
true.
they're all letters is a famous man, so he's thinking that they're groupies,
That is
beautiful Minotaur groupies.
not
So he's
true.
just created an average across the board of all of them, and it just hopes that it's a beautiful Minotaur to make them all jealous. It's like he doesn't know what Minotaur beauty standards are, and he's aware of that.
You all like letters for you. It's like uncanny valley. It's like almost right, but like it makes you uncomfortable.
That's what I thought.
I love that.
Almost like,
like-
it's plastic
that's-
surgery.
It's like not quite right.
You ever meet like a supermodel in person, and you're just like, oh, when it's not on camera, like the proportions are just
You're an alien.
unhuman. Yeah.
As you kind of walk through the door, you hear, "Letters, oh my god, what are you doing
Yes.
here?" And you see behind the
Yes.
bar cleaning a glass, you see Rosie.
Yes.
Got here so quickly.
I work
Oh my
here.
God, yes.
Yeah,
Rosie, I
I
didn't
work
know
here.
you worked here.
Yeah, I work here
That's
with Blue Ribbon.
so
oh my god, this is
crazy.
crazy. You guys want a drink?
No.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Spider
I
milk?
would love one. Thank you.
Why didn't I
Okay.
ask?
You don't talk
where
like that.
she
Wait,
worked?
I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I look like a Minotaur, motherfucker.
Okay, you seem fun.
So do you.
She pours a bunch of spider milk.
Hey, everybody, you've met Finnan. He is being a Minotaur today, regardless of
ladies,
cultural
kind of.
insensitivity.
They call me
Uh,
Junior.
And
Letters, do you have a kid?
no,
Puppies.
you all met Yana. He's also being a Minotaur because
Oh.
I can't deny it's
I don't know who
pretty
that
adorable.
is.
It's fine.
Gee, that is adorable. That's crazy.
Thanks, Arleg.
That was Mud Pie. She sounds a lot like Arlie.
Oh my god, that's canon though. That's Letters without looking thought it was Arlie.
As no, she's cute. She's cute.
Yeah, no, it's.
She's
Go
also
ahead.
quite a lot.
I'm uncomfortable.
She's also quite a lot older than all of you, I
For a
think.
kid, like for a kid.
I'll eat for lunch, sir.
Well, here I've. You're all here.
So what's your proposition, Letters?
Well,
Why have you brought us all here?
I'm getting to that. Shale, Victor, you wanna drop the thing? It's just us, just friends here.
Sure. Yeah. It kind of drops it.
It's, just more informal that way. Yeah, pull up a chair. It's well, I've got a business opportunity that I wanted to extend to most of you, and but first I do need to address the elephant in the room. That's a saying and creature from the elemental plane of Earth. I'm not trying to be all la-di-da. I'm from there now. It just kind of slipped out. Well, let's address the Zorn in the room.
I was gonna say Zorn in the room.
Okay. When last time I was here, I was seeing the four of you simultaneously.
Mhm.
And
What? Oh my god. What the hell?
Okay.
What the hell's?
Yeah, all of them. You haven't seen me in a hot minute, and I have changed a great deal since the last time you saw me. Importantly, when you last saw me, I fully did not expect myself to live to see this day. The shelf life of gladiators tends to be pretty brief. And so I was in the habit of treating people as things and just looking to get the most out of life where I could, and short-term game and not really thinking far ahead, because there was no far ahead. And it was wrong of me to keep you secret from each other. That I don't feel good about it, and I'm sorry that I would I'm sorry about it. But oh yeah, no, you go ahead.
Very, you see Bladehorns kind of looks around like, well, that's very mature of you.
Well, here's the next part, and understandably, if you're not interested, no hard feelings. But if the six of you I've summoned would like to meet me in the back room, I've got a wonderful business proposition for y'all.
She goes, yeah, right over here. Come on, everybody.
Thank you, Rosie.
She kind of opens the door as everybody kind of gets up. You see Mud Pie kind of like, okay.
Yep. Okay.
So as they all head into the back room, Rosie kind of comes in and closes the door. This is
Rosie,
fun. This is like a little bit fun, isn't it? It's like we're all in a club.
Oh.
Rosie.
I'm gonna go. Rosie, do you want to get a drink with me? Like, let's just have
Sorry,
a good time.
what? And she opens the door. Sorry, what?
Do you want to just
need
have a drink
something?
with me?
Just
Yeah,
help
I was wondering.
yourself.
Do you want to have? Well,
She closes
I
the
just
door.
you seem. I tried,
Rosie.
guys, I tried so hard.
Top gravel boy points. You really turned it around there. Rosie, this one's just for this 6. And technically all my friends, because we're codependent and they need to come with me.
Oh. Okay. Fine. No, it's fine. I get it. It's fine.
Bye. Yana closes the door.
Okay, we can still be civil.
Callie's gonna go to the bar with Rosie.
Yeah. Fake lady Minotaur Finnan will also go to the bar with Rosie.
Because I know you're Finnan. He said you're Finnan.
Like,
I know this isn't real.
And I'm gonna drop the disguise self, but the seaming is still underneath, so I'll look like female letters and be like, fuck.
I know you're just a boy. I saw you earlier.
Listen, I've cast a lot of spells on myself, but there's layers to remove. I apologize.
This
This is
weird.
awkward.
You were doing a voice
I'm
too. It's
you
rude.
know,
That's rude. It feels
I
like
was
you're
just,
reading
I was,
something.
I'm gonna, I just like, I walked back into the room. I'm like, I fucked up.
What do you want, hun?
I just want to hang out.
Okay.
Maybe wanna- She's just gonna be like, "How's your life?"
He's crying. He just
Look
starts.
at Callie's gonna walk around the bar and be like, "Do you want a hug?"
Yeah, I definitely do.
I'll give you a hug. Callie's gonna give her like a hug. She's just gonna like sit with her and talk with her while she cries.
So back in the back room, you have everybody gathered there.
Okay.
So you broke her heart, man. That was brutal.
I mean, yeah. This wasn't supposed to go down like that, but I've learned that honesty is the best policy, and so I guess you gotta. Maybe I'll learn a more deft touch as we go. But well, I don't know. I'll get her. I'll bring her a flower. Look, you let me deal with Rosie. Importantly, here's a little spoiler for you guys. The Scar, or at least the Minotaur contingent, and I reckon anyone else who wants to come, is going to be probably moving house. There's a city in the prime material plane called Dresda that everyone's going to be moving to. And importantly, this city was recently
Vacated.
Entire population gone. Now, importantly, this city was a city of incredible wealth. It was a trading hub. Sea trade, you don't know what that is, but it's fine. It was trade. And Victor, Shale, Arlig, I promised you, if you didn't, attack us, that we'd give you your freedom and we'd give you wealth. And I'm here to offer that to you because the city's been vacated. The trading empire of Dresda doesn't exist anymore. But that niche is not going to exist for long. And as far as I can tell, I didn't get a good look, but I think there are still some ships at the harbor that lay unclaimed. Now, the one thing I know, having read a little history of Terrace, is that if you don't have the naval strength like the formerly known Bacall offered, then pirates move in pretty quick. And so what I'm proposing for you 6 folks, because I just so happen to, before me stand 5 of the deadliest people from the Scar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the deadliest people from the Scar, and someone with a very good head for numbers. And so I would propose that I'm losing track. How many are there? 3 boys, the 2 girls. There are 6. Excuse me.
There are 6.
That's
yeah.
Sean. The 6 of you come back with me before the rest of the herd make their way to Dresda to secure the docks and establish the Dresda Trading Company. And I am willing, I know you don't have, we recently became flush with some coin, and I'm willing to front the expenses to hire whatever crew we need, teach you folks about the sea, and get this going. But we need to go now. This is a very, so much money. Pirates come, they look, I've dealt with pirates in the fucking terrace. They suck. They're nothing compared to you guys. You guys would kick their ass. It's simple. Yes, Finnan.
In light of this, I would also like to say that I'm willing to invest in this very promising venture, but also I've spent my whole life sailing and upon boats, training with my father. So I'd be happy to help wherever I can.
Finnan can train himself.
I'm gonna have you make a persuasion check at advantage because Finnan is helping you.
Hell yeah. Come on, boys. Please make life good for my people. Oh, good. Good. It was a 3 and a 17 plus skills. Persuasion. Oh, good. Yeah, 24.
Okay. You see, they kind of all look at each other, and Shale is the first one to kind of pipe up. Yes, of course. I'm in. This sounds fantastic. I'd love to get out of here and into a new line of work. Are like, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll go wherever he goes. And Victor's like,
yeah, I'll go.
Mud Pie kind of, well, yeah.
Just before the three of you give your answer, I just want to say that independent of our relationship, you three are here because you are good at what you do. Had to break Rosie's heart there, but I don't want to go into business with her. You are who I want.
Let me see. Yeah, okay. I'll do it. But you have to promise to come visit after the whole training thing.
I'm a co-owner. We're splitting it 6 ways. We'll draft a thing, but like, yeah, I'm in it.
And Blue Ribbon kind of, yeah, I could use a change of pace. And just so you know, Rosie is the one that's good with numbers. But I'm also...
You're joking.
No, but that's fine. I'm also not bad at numbers.
No, but you're like the business. There's a reason you're running this place, right? Like you.
Yeah, of course.
You've got business. Look, I don't need you to be an accountant. I need you to be a manager.
I know. I have a business mind.
Should I go get Rosie?
Don't get fucking Rosie. It's too late.
I have one thought. It's really just down the line. It's about ship design. We might need to have to rethink how the decks are designed. There might need to be some sort of like roughage of the deck because I just worry about a wet surface of slick wet wood. It's hard to. I don't know how.
Is this a hoof thing? Are you about to say some hoof shit?
Yeah, I'm just.
You might want to let the paint dry on that one.
I'm just. It's just a thought.
We can cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay.
With our hooves.
Mm-hmm.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, Finnan.
And finally, Hoofprint kind of walks over to you. I appreciate the offer. I do. It's very kind and thoughtful. But my place is next to Greymane.
Yeah, I figured that was the case.
But I'm happy to support any way I can and be a liaison between the company and her and the rest of the Minotaur.
Well, I mean, that's my plan, is that, for profit, but a lot of that is going right back into the community. We're going to be bringing in, all the stuff we need, fucking oats, other things. It's going to be great.
Yeah. That sounds like a great venture. Thank you for thinking of me.
You're top of the list.
I'll see you in Bacall or Dresda.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'll see you in Dresda.
I'll see you there.
Heads out. The rest of them are like, okay, so when are we going here?
I mean, I think we got to talk to. They'll talk to Jungle. They're talking to Jungle. We could go right now. I mean, I could probably. I haven't talked this out with my associates here, but if you, I imagine you want to see your wife. You probably want to go to your various temples. I take the shard of Grumbar. You take Nepi's exquisite divine power, and we split off. We fight off any like people who've been fucking with the docks. Meet back in Wolfar when things are settled in Dresda.
We could both.
Unless you guys want to come and like fuck up some squatters, like I'm down for that. Secure some ships, naval supremacy.
Well, as you said, I can't imagine it's been long. And with the presence that was in the city before, I don't know how many pirates would be keen to.
There is
take
one
the
pirate
shores.
that I'm hoping to cross paths with. Maybe give them a bit of a throat punch.
Right. Well, let us. I am of the mind that we should go with you.
Oh, great! Oh, good. That's awesome. It's still 2 trips though, isn't it? We got too
It
many
would
folks
be-
now.
Well, if
We
we
can-
could take. I'm happy to use plane shifting to get a portion of us down, and then if we use the shard simultaneously, we can both go to the same
Sick.
place.
In that case,
We should.
I
Yeah.
just like. Yeah, go ahead, Yana.
Oh, I just thought we should probably check on that captain that we left in the middle of the very bad sea at some point.
We don't want to work with that guy again. That guy was a dick.
No,
Yeah,
we
but
sailed-
like,
Captain
Didn't
Shay?
we sailed out with them, didn't we?
No, we left them to sail, and we
Oh, in the fog.
yes, and we had
Yeah.
to leave to Philenis.
Okay, we could probably build some bridges by offering that guy a job.
yeah.
If we want to work with that guy
woman,
again, he was kind of. Oh,
Captain
sorry.
Shade, Cordelia Shade.
I also just saw Jenny's name and so good.
I missed their description. I think I wasn't there for that session, and they had a very masculine timbre. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, it's just one more enterprise. We could get them when we get there. You guys wanna secure some boats? We could spend some time in the palace. Sift through. see if we
that
can find
sounds
any papers.
great.
I reckon there's probably some
Victor is
treasure
sharpening
to be
his
found.
picks.
How about you, Kokanee? Are you
Yeah,
okay
I'm
to
in.
go home?
Sounds fun.
All right. And then, I mean, I can imagine that once that's set up, a quick teleportation spell will get us back to Wolfreen.
Yeah,
No
I
problem.
get anybody wherever we need to go.
We do.
That was actually
We
sorry.
do have to ask Callie before we make that decision.
Yes.
Yeah, Callie should throw you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Kelly,
It's just that, and then I can't.
No, it's okay.
No, it's fine.
She's
Thank
like
you.
heading. You
It's
know what?
fine.
You don't need him.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
say
I
what you-
absolutely don't.
You don't.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, you will find someone because you say it with
Thank
me. You are
I
amazing.
am amazing.
Yes.
Thank you. I needed that. Thank you so much.
Always. And
Look,
she's
I don't know how much longer we're going to be here. Just because everybody, like, I don't know, Letters was talking very cryptically.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
But wherever I end up, please stay in touch. This was fun. I mean that.
This was
I felt
fun.
a real connection to you.
Like a real bond,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, I felt that too. Callie's gonna take out one of her like metal rings from here. She's like, "Do you want this?
Oh my god, I do.
Yeah, you can have that."
Thank you so much.
this is when the drunk girl.
This is
in the
drunk girl in the bathroom. Yeah.
offers you like her
Callie's
lipstick.
specialty.
Yeah, like
She
I'm gonna
takes it in her hands. She looks at you. She's like, if you ever need anything, I will be there.
Same to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over to Letters because I can hear this all, and I'm gonna be like, "Listen, bud, do you want me? I can try a thing and like hopefully get her out of the building. I can like make
No.
myself look like you and then go and
No,
visit.
you
It's a
don't-
whole.
look, I'm just gonna talk to her. She just threw me off my game because it was a.
No,
I'm not
I'm just
gonna-
saying if you just if you want to kind of avoid that whole situation for a minute, I can kind of do some trickery. But if not, I understand.
No, I'm gonna look. You missed the whole part of the speech. Now I'm being responsible. Now I'm talking to people. Now I'm not running away from things. Look,
that
good
just seems
idea,
like a really
it.
awkward situation, and I wanted to give you the out. You know, I wanted to give you the option to like choose whether or not you really want to face that. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying you should do one thing or the other. I'm just giving you some options.
Okay, Finnan, thank you very much, but I think it's time that I have a few awkward conversations.
Alrighty. Fuck,
okay.
I don't envy you, and I just walk away.
Just go, Kelly.
Yeah, before Callie's gonna be like, I'm gonna go. I have to go.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna trade places with Callie.
Wait, hold on.
When you're done, sorry.
When you get to the material plane, remember, Callie, Sky Singer of Wolfreen. That's me. Okay.
I'm gonna come visit you. I promise.
Yeah, of course. Definitely.
We're gonna go out.
Yes, 100%. Yes, we can go out. Yeah, I am. My wife is the queen.
My fucking God, that's amazing. We can go anywhere.
Yeah. I may
I'm
just need. I may
definitely
just need
coming to visit.
I might just need a disguise if we go out.
Oh my God, yes, I can disguise you.
Okay, that sounds so
Okay.
good. I'm so excited.
I'm obsessed with this. I love it.
Callie's gonna give her a hug and be like, "Remember, you don't need him. You
I
are
don't
amazing."
need him. I am amazing.
Yes.
Lennon, you need to go find Grape Nub and introduce her to this trio so they can be like the sisterhood of the traveling
I
anti-letters.
gotta say, I think Callie just gave birth to the first party girl paladin.
Yes.
Oh no.
Well, yeah,
when Callie comes in, we fill her in on what Letters had suggested.
If Letters is gonna go out there,
Letters is gonna go out there and
she's just be like, I might have given her a pep talk. You might not have the easiest time out there with her, but you'll do fine. And she'll pat him on the back.
I look at Letters and I'm like, switch
oh fuck off. I'll be like, Rosie, do you want to go for a walk?
No, I don't, because I don't need you.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Is that it? Is that all you have to say to me? Great. Bye.
Okay. Goodbye, and I'll go back into the room.
Oh,
you can't win them all. You can't win them all.
Did she say strong? Did she say strong?
She stayed so strong. You'd
Callie's
be very
gonna
proud
pop
of her.
out and be like, yes.
Really good. I feel alive. Look, and she kind of like reaches her hands around you, and you feel this sort of like warm like pulse through your body.
Oh my God.
Does lay on hands?
Callie's gonna do it back. Lay on its back.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You give me strength.
You give me strength.
Is she a paladin of Callie?
God?
Yeah, is she? What the fuck just happened? As Callie comes back, Finn's just gonna be like, "You're a dangerous fucking woman, man. I don't ever want to cross you. Holy shit."
You just learned that now in this moment is when you learn that.
Yeah, because like in a fight, I'm pretty sure I might be able to take you. But like in a social situation, you will destroy everything I've ever been.
I don't think so.
So we fill Callie in on
Fill
Letters'
Callie in.
plan.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
To go. Whatever.
All right.
Are we heading out?
Yeah, unless anyone else has anything they want to do before we go.
No, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Okay, 1 second. Hey, Rosie.
What?
Goodbye. So I said I would. All right, let's go.
All right. So you all,
I'm so proud
you
of
have
her.
kind of two circles of hands as you all.
We can take all of them, I think, with the 6.
Oh yeah.
Between
Yeah.
the two spells. Yeah.
We should be able to.
So yeah, you feel that kind of like the ground drop out beneath you, and you like the rest of you kind of feel the darkness kind of encircle you as it kind of swirls around as you both appear near the edge, just kind of the edge of the city, near the harbor where you first kind of arrived and fought No Lips Leroy.
Are boats okay? Are there boats present?
Make a perception check.
Oh boy.
We're not good at that.
Finn and Ducey boats?
Yeah, but
You can make a perception.
Oh, nat 20, so a 19.
You do see there are some ships intact. There are
Good,
many
just
that
need
are
one.
that look like somewhat destroyed or damaged. But
Just
there
need
is
one.
there's probably about 3 that look like they're still in pretty good shape. There's one that looks pretty much untouched. Looks like a big trading cog.
I go 24 on mine, so I do I see this?
kind of
okay.
the same thing. And it's like the trading cog.
I'll explain the like
farthest
nautical
end of the
nature
harbor.
Yeah, that's probably your best bet there.
You do see a handful of people kind of scattered. They look like some of them are kind of picking through some of the wreckage of the ships. Mostly look like scavengers, but like as you can see, they look like former residents who are kind of like in tatters. Like most of them look kind of working class folk. None of them are wearing any kind of finery. It's all sort of like, it looks like they're just trying to find food for the most part.
Neppy would, while they were looking at the boat stuff, Neppy would probably go up to the scavengers or like approach.
Okay, you see one of them kind of on the edge of the beach, or like near the harbor, like where the thing comes down, and he's kind of picking through some of the floating debris.
I think Callie would be there too. I think Callie would have gone.
What do you want? And he kind of pulls out like a little dagger.
Sir, I'm unarmed and
I'm just trying to find some food.
Are you hungry?
Yeah. And you can see he's looking pretty gaunt.
Are you with the rest of these people, or is it just you?
I mean, I don't really know. Everybody's just trying to fend for themselves, and they're kind of all scattered around. Like he's not with a group of people. It's like they're sort of all. You just kind of see them down the wharf.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to amplify my voice.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone is hungry or in need of healing, please. I have food and water. Please come.
Some heads kind of poke over as you see people kind of like cautiously moving over.
Neppy would grab a blank, like a pressure out of her bag and just like unfurl a blanket and just start any food that we have, like rations or wise, just food would be out.
And he would have some rations and things like that.
Yeah.
As he's like, he kind of immediately throws the knife away and just starts going to town on the food.
Are any of them hurt? Are any of them injured?
You can see some of them they look like some of them are in somewhat rough shape. Nobody looks like overtly like wounded per se. Like they're all kind of bumped and nicked up. Like they've been in hiding essentially.
Right.
And just kind of surviving. So they all sort of look like they're in rough shape, but nobody looks like they're on death's door.
Okay.
Is the guy who's eating, does it look like he's just like going hard out, or is eating like a reasonable amount?
Looks like he's going pretty hard.
Okay, so I would walk over to him, put my hand on his shoulder and be like, there are others. Take what you need, but not anymore.
Finn and I can create food.
Never mind. Eat what you want.
Yeah, go nuts, bud.
He like barely clocked you as you were doing that. It's just fucking focused on eating.
It will not be the most delicious food, but it is food. It is.
You can see as other people come around, he makes space for them. Like he's not like territory above the food. He kind of moves over as other people are coming in.
I look over at Yana and go, nutmeg. Yana still looks like a minotaur, I realize, so I will drop seeming off of her so that she doesn't anymore. Oh wait, you do not want that?
Nah, it's okay. It's alright. We're good.
And you can see there's probably about 10 people or so that have now kind of crowded around or are picking at the food.
Yeah, I can create. Yeah, I can create food for them, but I don't have that prepared today. But if we stay the night, I can prepare a lot of food as needed. I can create like 45 pounds of food at a time. So I can just do that. If we stay the night, if we're teaching them, I would offer healing to anyone who needed healing. If anyone looked to be afflicted by any sort of ailment, I would do my best to, like, if lesser restoration was needed, whatever is needed to. And if anyone was, Neppy would like leave the food and like step back. And she would also say, I'm not sure if there are any gods or goddesses that you follow, but if you are in need of prayer, I will be right here. And I am the high priestess of Temple Philenis.
You see some of them kind of, oh, they kind of like bow a little bit.
It is not needed. Please come share space with me if you wish.
Yeah, kind of like a few of them kind of come over.
Any of these people got like chain tattoos or like a golden sun tattoo on their foreheads, like any of those dudes who attacked us in the streets?
Make a perception check.
I fucking will.
Callie would also do like lay on hands and any.
Yeah, between the two of you, there's some
11.
light healing. Okay.
27.
You look at their wrists, and Nebby, you kind of notice as you're kind of scanning them as they're all eating. None of them appear to have that kind of chain tattoo, because you know that generally the chain tattoos were on their arms.
Start at the wrist and work their way up. Yeah.
And none of them have any sign of any kind of tattoo. You can see some of them now, like a couple of them you can see are in the robes look like they're very tattered, but they definitely look nicer. But they're just like in shambles now. So they may have been wealthier, but that doesn't seem to kind of have any bearing now.
How many of them are there?
There's about 10 gathered around you.
Are there any that come and sit with me?
Yeah, a couple of them come over. Yep. They're just kind of quietly just sort of like finishing their meal, and like you can tell that like they're a bit out of sorts. Like they haven't really been, like, even within this group, they don't seem to be necessarily connected to each other. It seems like everybody's sort of just been fending for themselves. There doesn't seem to be any kind of cohesive structure that's emerged in the time since you left of whatever people may still be here. It seems like everybody is just surviving at this point in the ruins of this city.
I'm going to say the remaining people who didn't go pray with Neppy, I'm going to say, if any of you want to sit and share stories and take your mind away from this place for a moment, I'm happy to tell some tales that I know and cook some food and share.
Thank you.
Of course.
We're representatives of the Dresda Trading Company, and we just want to, share some goodwill.
Let us perhaps with some time and some training, perhaps there could be some good honest work and a living for some people.
This looks like a place that could use some fresh industry. Shale, Arlig, Victor, Mud Pie, Blue Ribbon, check that out. That's water.
You can see their eyes are all sort of like, this is wild to
Look at that. That's the sun. See those clouds? It's water as gas. It's unreal. You're gonna love this place. Let's check out these boats. Oh, those are boats. They're like wagons that go on the water. It's wild. You're gonna love it.
Like Victor is like very cautious of the water. He seems very sort of thrown off by the water. As you see Clak kind of like goes like,
I got this. Let me.
That's why we have the boats, so you don't have to go in the water. That's the whole point.
Victor, baby, I know it seems a little scary, and it is. Water is terrifying, but you can get these things, these rings. I'll see if I can arrange for you to have one where you won't sink into it. You'll just walk on top. You'll never go inside of it. You'll be fine.
Victor kind of like,
thank you.
As they kind of walk down the pier, checking out the boats and things like that.
If anyone joins me, Finn is going to tell tales of Lauvin.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. As you begin to sort of tell what you know, you start to have this kind of like flood come to you as you're sort of speaking. The story like starts to get, at first as you're telling it, it seems like almost like fiction, like you're sort of weaving a grander tale. But as you continue to speak, there's details that are coming to you that just seem to be pouring out of you about the Illyrians and the first drow, as these people seem just like captivated by it.
He stood for the downtrodden. He defended those who could not defend themselves.
Kind of all like nodding to each other. Wow. And where did you find him?
Deep beneath the earth in a far off place. I found this spear and I'm going to summon it to my hand.
Nice.
It is an artifact of his. Carries quite a lot of power. But what Relauven can do now is limited mostly to me. It's...
See, one of them kind of like looks over and points to your goggles. As they like, you haven't noticed, like, but as he kind of points to it, you do notice there is kind of like almost like a shimmer that's catching the light. What are those made out of?
A crystal known as Ceresite.
I've seen that crystal before.
Where?
My grandmother, she had a ring. Wait here. And you can see he kind of gets up, and you can see now as he kind of turns, you can see his ears are somewhat pointed as he darts off into the city. And some time goes by as you're all sort of helping these people getting them back on their feet, and you can see they're like, now that they're sort of fed and cared for, you can see them exchanging stories with each other, and there is this sort of building sense of community, the sort of foundations of some kind of community, and a few more people have sort of like emerged from the city throughout this kind of like hour as you're sitting here. A few other faces have kind of popped out and come down to kind of explore, and like by the time this half-elf comes back, this half-elven man comes back, there's probably about 30 people kind of gathered around, kind of sharing in this, what's left of the food. But you can see the sort of relief of like safety in this group and company that has been missing for the last while, as these people have been in hiding for some time. And you see the man kind of runs back. He goes, it's not much, but here, you should have it. And you can see it.
I take it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look at it. And I'm going to try. This is definitely something that you are under. You can totally kibosh, but I'm going to try to put all 3 warlock spell slots, my 6th level spell and my 7th level spell, and my form, my Shroud of the Eclipse, and just like dump all of that potential warlockian energy into the ring to try to like connect it to Relauven.
And make an Arcana check at advantage.
First one was a natural 20.
Nice.
Roll again. Like, maybe you'll get a double advantage.
As
and then you're Relauven.
As you hold it, you
the
can
second
see,
one was an 8.
You can see this. The Ceresite is kind of a dull, like that he's brought. You can tell that it's the same kind of mineral, but it is dull. It doesn't have that same kind of like glow and shine that your goggles do, kind of naturally, that like kind of natural sort of glow to them. And as you kind of hold this ring, which you get the sense like it isn't magical in any way. It's kind of simply carved, holding this like kind of rough hewn piece that's, probably no bigger than a quarter. But as you kind of hold it and you sort of focus, you can feel your magic channeling through it as it like the ring kind of illuminates with this bright purple light. And there's kind of this flash that kind of illuminates both your face and his face in this kind of like beautiful, like soft purple light, and then kind of dims, and you can see it's glowing as you hear Relauven in your head. Oh, Vinin. I can feel myself in two places.
I reach out to the guy as I hear this. I put my shoulder on my hand on his shoulder, and I say, "Are you willing to aid those who need help?
Yes.
Are you willing to give your life for a greater cause?
Yes.
Relauven will only take the willing. Be sure that it is in your heart that you want this."
I think I do.
I hand him the ring, and I say, "Then go forth."
So he kind of like slips on the ring, and you see very, very faintly kind of pass over his eyes this sort of like soft purple shimmer.
Carry his power. Make him proud.
Thank you. I'm gonna go see if I can find anyone else in the city.
Of course. I'll help.
Okay. As you head
I'll
off,
go with him.
You hear Relauven kind of as you like are heading into the city. Huh. Vin and I think at some point we need to track down more Saracite.
I, as we're walking, out loud go, "Relauven, baby, this is just the beginning."
So you head off with this half-elven man into the city and go searching for other survivors. So you head off. Everyone else, as you're kind of gathering the crowd around and getting everyone settled, as it's getting sort of later into the afternoon, you get a sense of most of you had not ever been to Bakal. And Kokani, you get, and Neppy, from your time that you have spent here, you get a glimpse into the kind of simpler heart of the city in a lot of the kind of smaller interactions between people and the communities that existed in this once vast kind of booming city. You're now seeing what's left of the people starting to pick things back up, as you can hear these stories being traded about harrowing survival tales, people narrowly escaping death and a lot of loss. But you get this sense as you're all kind of sitting around of rebuilding and welcoming, as they are all thankful and looking forward to what is to come. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Yes.
So sweet.
That's the first non-tense end to a game we've had in so long.
Yeah. In the new city of Dresda.
Very cool.
New city of
Sean,
Dresda.
just like way to pull the heartstrings. Wow.
Tight.
Sean was talking to me about this player the other day, about like making Bakal the new Minotaur city, and all I could think about was fucking Minotaur pirates and how good that is. How exciting I am for
That's cool.
Minotaur
Privateers. They're privateers.
Minotaur privateers.
Okay, but like hear me out. A really big hat with room for horns to go through it. Just like hear me out. That's like
Four
all I want.
letters.
Just like for anybody,
Oh,
any
yeah, I was
Minotaur
gonna
that
say, I
wants
don't
to
know.
wear a hat
I
that
don't know if
big.
a hat is letters.
Imagine Victor, like when he's comfortable on water, just like
With a
leaping
captain's
off a
hat?
ship and just like slamming
Yeah.
his fix into another.
in the crow's nest, diving out with 2 picks, like
one pick
Just
has a rope.
sliding down the sails of the other ship.
One pick has a rope on it, so he can.
Incredible. Yeah.
Guys, I'm so excited for my party girl paladin.
Oh yeah, you two are just founding religions. It's chill.
It's fine.
That's Rosie is the first party girl paladin.
I can't
I've
wait
been
until
thinking-
she like comes to visit. I'm like,
I've been thinking, like, looking for a moment to do like this, spread the word of Relauven.
Get that good word.
Since the break, like since the 6-month time skip. I've been like,
Good.
how? Because he's been traveling amongst the people of the land. Like he wants to spread the word. And be like,
dude.
There's
So
a dude
good.
out there who can make you more powerful and like help you protect people. The army of fucking.
Thank you all so much for sticking around with us.
Yes,
We can't
thank
wait.
you.
Oh, Chatwater on Monday. We will be talking. I think this is a kind of a good segue. We will be talking about the gods and the primordials, and we will be talking about the Dawn War. Finally, we're getting there. So please come hang out with us on Monday, and we're going to talk about some other fantastic stuff too. We love you. Thank you so much for just all the support. We also hit 350 followers on Instagram. Like, this is the coolest.
Dope.
Love you
What are
guys.
we, like 15 away then?
From?
15 away from 369?
At which point, nobody's
minute.
allowed to follow
Wait
us
a
on
minute,
Instagram
wait a
again,
minute.
to
One
be
moment.
clear.
Let's just see exactly how many we are.
12
Coordinate.
Instagram. We are 12 Instagram followers away from 369.
Nice.
And
So
then,
you have to
and
get
then we're going
100
private.
people.
And then we're going
more than
private, and we're not
private.
going to accept anymore.
We love you guys.
oh my god, it's so much.